No, we good. Maybe. And I just want to welcome you to Dad's Carpet Cleaning, first ever, coolest appliance on the planet, club. You know, as you get to know people and know their stories, you don't really feel like focus group is really what this is about. You know, you feel like this is a group of people that I just love serving. I love getting to know you guys, and, you know, getting the chance to be a little part of your lives. If you've seen us clean carpet, instead of using a scrub wand, it was this big machine, kind of like something you strip and wax the floor with. And it had these rotating jets and vacuum chambers, and it would get the job done, and your guys will love you for buying this. And so I've sunk a lot of money into it, which these guys might not even know what it is, but it's been sitting in our shop for years because no one uses it. But I remember the first time I broke it out in someone's house, I wanted to try it out, make sure that it was going to do a good job, and I brought it to this lady's house. And I got done cleaning the carpet, and I was carrying it down her stairs, and she's looking at me, and she said, "It's dripping." And I thought she saw the machine and and assumed that it was used for stripping and waxing, and I thought she said, "Is that used for stripping?" And she said, "It's dripping," and I said, "No, it's not." And I kept walking down the stairs, and she said, "No, I think it is." And I said, "No, it just looks like it is, but it's not." And I just kept walking, and then I kind of realized, okay.
Well, I guess we've been using Dad's for, geez, I don't know. It's probably been 4 or 5 years. Wow. Maybe not that long, but ever since I can remember cleaning carpets in Birmingham. We had a disaster that happened down at the lake. We had, according to the water department, 84,000 gallons that went through our basement. And of course, I'm down in Clanton, have no idea who to call.
Right.
You flip open the yellow books or yellow pages, and you really don't know what you're getting.
Right.
And sure enough, we did not get exactly what we needed to fix the house. And luckily, Dave, I knew Dave, called Dave. Dave took the time to explain to me what he could do, what Dad's could do. Told me he would come down that day and look at it, give me an appraisal, and help me find people to fix up the house.
Right.
Sheetrock off, you know, and all that needed to be done. So I guess I appreciate the personal touch, the over and above. He had a technician named Mike that was just as personable as he could be. Just felt comfortable. Just an excellent experience.
Good.
So, that's about my story.
Okay,
December 2001.
You probably cleaned my house because Dave was not a big operation. I bought my house in August of 2001 before I met Mike, and I called Dad's to clean my house, and they did such an awesome job that after I married Mike, he was working for one of the competitors, and it comes time to clean the carpet, and I said, well, okay, we're going to call Dad's. And he's like, no, we're not. Connie, I work for the competition. Okay. So,
on the fridge.
still had the magnet on the fridge, and he's working for the competition. So years later, when he goes to work for Dad's, I finally asked, can we just get Dad's now?
Yeah. That's a really...
I'm not sure how I heard about Dad's. Maybe it was a referral of sort, but I've been using Dad's for several years, and at least 2 or 3 times a year. So they have been, Felix is my guy, and I feel comfortable leaving him at my house, and he knows my animals, and so all that's cool. You know, I know that I can trust him, so that's important. And I had a new puppy one year, and he made a huge mess after they had just cleaned the carpets, and I called them, and they came out right out and fixed me up, didn't charge me a fee. you can't begin to know how that is.
That means a lot.
It means a lot to us.
Light colored?
White, very almost white.
Wow.
And with the dog and the cat and our children and our grandchildren. It was nasty.
You need to dial that number a lot.
Mike and Felix were standing here talking a while ago, and they could tell you, the two of them knew all the spots in my house.
And you know what? It's been since 2001. And some customers, if I meet them again, I could sometimes remember what house they lived in and the situation they might have been in. Isn't that funny?
It's sad.
Well, and Dave didn't do it verbally, but you became passionate about every client. You became passionate about their situation. You became passionate about their home, because it was their home. This was not just another person, another number. Yeah, it was their home. So he, unknowingly, he put that love and that passion in each and every one of us. And you know, the reason why I left was kind of to move to the next level, if you will. And Dave would openly allow that to happen, and I thank him every day for that. You know, just a super awesome guy and awesome company. Oh yeah. I mean, I still kind of work for him, if you know what I mean. I refer him all the time.
I found out about Dad's when I had a dog. It was my husband's dog that he grew up with. It actually took to college with him, and his name was Kai, and he had cancer, and he started getting sick. And so I needed somebody to come clean the carpet. And I called around, and I said, Dad's. You know, who do you trust? You trust your dad. So I called Dad's, and I said, I've got this problem, and can y'all come help me with it? And they were just really responsive, and that was 15 years ago, or whatever it is. And I've had dogs my whole life, and certainly my whole adult life. And they do a better job than anybody. And I've tried other companies that are less expensive, Dave, but they don't do as good a job. Overall, the customer service is the same, and with pets and kids. Dave's been with me through my twins, who are now 15. You know, it's a mess to clean up after them, but it all goes back to Kai.
Yeah.
Kai's stomach problems.
Yeah, I can make some.
The next day, she was calling another competitor who we'd used before. Okay. The day after that, I got a flyer in the mail.
I believe
about
this is water.
So I decided to look up on the website, follow through with it. Felix showed up. They told me everything. Since I run a business, they were saying the same things I were.
Yeah.
Consequently, I said, okay, it's time to put up or shut up.
Right.
I put up. I'll be using them from now on and recommend them to everybody. But it's all due to those dogs that Dave loves.
He does love dogs. Did he tell you guys?